Now, guys, this topic is very interesting and very unique. And this video is somehow inspirational. And this video has come because of a reason that I have here. I met a friend some months back, and she told me that she applied for the DV lottery in the year 2014 and 2015 and then stopped applying because she gave up. She saw her friends getting selected, but herself was not selected in either of those years. So she decided to stop. And now this caused me to wonder. And therefore comes the title of this video. Why must you not stop applying? Why should you not give up applying for the DV lottery? Anyway, friends, there are 1,001 reasons. But I want to discuss some few very deep ones. And the first one that I want to discuss is about the visas to the US. And why should that cause you not to give up at all, to never give up in applying? Because I've seen guys applying 7 times and on the 8th they got their visas. I've seen others even applying 11 times. There was one case that was on social media of someone that applied 20 times. On the 20th, he got selected. And therefore, about the visas. We have many visas to get you to the US. And we have 2 categories, the non-immigrant and the immigrant. The non-immigrant is that for temporary visit, temporary activities that you're going to do and then return to your country. Therefore, that does not give you permanent residence status. So we keep those aside. When we come to the immigrant visas, those visas that will give you permanent resident status or the green card, we have multiple of them. But of all those immigrant visas, those visas that will give you the ability to live permanently, to work there, to own property, to relocate to whichever state you want, only the diversity visa is the easiest. I consider it free. It is the easiest one to give you a chance to be a permanent resident of the United States. It is the only of all the other visas. And therefore, it is the easiest to obtain, and it is the one with the least and the simplest requirements. Because the rest, to get one of them is a big and a huge toll. You'll get me clear, and you'll get as to why you should never give up on this. Let's take an example of the family visa, the F visas. We have many categories of the F visas. How many of you have people, family members in the US that can file for you a green card? And not any family member. It should be your immediate family member, a father, a mother, or a daughter or a son filing for the parents. How many of you have those? And in other words, how many of you can get the family sponsorship? And I've said it is the daughter or the son or the parent that can file for you for that family visa. To some extent, it might be your siblings. But how many of you have those members in the United States to file for them for the visa? And do you know how much expensive that process is? Do you know how much time consuming that process is? Whereas the DV lottery only requires you to apply and then wait for your chances to get selected. And if you're not selected at this time, you try another time. And when your time comes, you just get selected and you proceed with the process and be a permanent resident of the United States. So there are many reasons. Take, for example, the work visas, the E visas or the H visas. And we have many categories of those. How many of you can find an employer with license to employ foreigners to offer you a job opportunity? How many of you? How many of you have tried to get the H-1B visas and have not succeeded? Or in other words, how many of you can tell me that they got work sponsorship and they are now preparing to go to the US? Very few, very few. I know of one, and he went there on the teaching job. So they are there, but very few, and not most of you can get a hand on them. We also have the nanny visa. You're going there to work as a nanny. How many of you have gotten that? So, the diversity visa is the visa that gives you permanent resident status, and it is the cheapest and the simplest one to get. The only qualification requirement is that you have the high school diploma. You should only have the high school education, nothing more. Or if you don't have that, you qualify with 2-year work experience within the last 5 years. And by getting the diversity visa, you move with the entire family, the nuclear family. So you are there and you're longing at that one time you be in the US and a permanent resident or a citizen. But you have applied 3 times and you're giving up. You've tried several times and you're not giving up. Does it cost you anything to apply? Nothing. It costs you nothing. You just need to drop your entry and wait for your fate. That's simple. And then once you get selected, then you get your permanent resident status for free and simply. So there are many other reasons as to why you should never give up. Just keep on trying. Just keep on trying. Because getting the other visas is a whole process. A whole process that most people, they don't have the chance to try it. Most people, they can't and they will never be to the US if they don't try the diversity visa. So thank you guys. This is more of an inspiration, but please keep on trying. The DV Lottery 2025 is just some few months away. In the month of October, people will be placing their applications. When it comes, don't hesitate to put in your entry. And before then, we shall do so many videos to prepare you. We don't want you to mess up during application. We want you to do it right and increase your chances. So thank you guys for watching this video. It was just a chat video, an inspirational one. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, support the channel, and let's meet in the next video.